Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Hassan, and for this assignment, I chose the running candidate Andrew White. I believe Andrew White is a good candidate running for the next election because he has a lot of ideas and changes that I would like to see being brought to the state of Texas. One of them is better education and spending more money on improving the education system. As he states, Texas education is ranked on the bottom half in the nation. He would like to improve that. Also, he would like to improve infrastructure such as flood barriers and early flood warning systems to help prepare better in an event of a mass flooding, flash flooding event, such as if the hurricane hits on the coast, like near Houston and Galveston. He wants to, build better infrastructure to help the citizens escape better. And also, he would like to improve hospitals and spend more money on healthcare because he argues that over $10 billion are left unused on healthcare because the current governor, Greg Abbott, does not want to improve on that. So he would like to use that money to improve on healthcare, makes it more accessible to Texans who don't have it as of right now. Another one of his points is that he would like to make the borders and border control stronger, but not in such an inhumane way. He argues that of course we every state every country has to have strong borders and has to have its own outline of borders so outsiders can't get in as easy, but he does not like the fact that a lot of kids and children are getting separated from their family because of these laws. So he would like to kind of address that issue, and would like to also makes it easier for well qualified and documented asylum seekers to be accepted and not just kicked out just because of their color or race or whatever they came from. So that's another idea that he would like to do. He's a strong believer that he would like to reduce abortion rates, but not with super strict laws. So of course, abortion is a very sensitive topic among a lot of people, whether you agree with it or disagree, whether you're pro-life or pro-choice. I believe there has to be kind of a middle, and Mr. White agrees as well. He would like to have kind of a law against it, but not make it super strict to where as women feel like they're, you know, have no choice other than to go this way or that way. Another one is that he's a strong Second Amendment supporter, and um, because of that, a lot of people might not like it. But in my opinion, I believe that having the Second Amendment is, of course, necessary for the state and the government, but it also opens the doors to be better laws regulating it. So makes it not as easy for people to, someone with a bad background to go like history, like criminal history, to go just buy a gun and go shoot someone or anything like that. So of course, propose better laws on stricter laws on gun control, but not completely get rid of it. Still have the Second Amendment, of course, but makes it a little bit more harder or stricter for people to get guns rather than someone who is 15 years old or 16 years old goes to a pawn shop and buys an AR-15, for example. Another one that he believes in, and this one I really agree with, is equal rights. And the way he says it is, he believes that children deserve the opportunity to grow up in time to develop their brain and learn about themselves and their bodies before they make life-altering choices. I believe in that as well. I believe that kids should not be because of the parents, go this way or that way. I feel like they should develop their own, and obviously parents have to educate them, educate their kids, so they don't, go the wrong way or the bad or the right way or whichever way. I believe at some point when they reach a certain age, they can make that choice themselves. So whenever they have enough knowledge and they learned about it, they don't have to make life-altering choices or decisions that ruin their life or makes it better. Um, and he also believes that you know transgender rights are fine, and he agrees with that. But I believe, and he also believes that a transgender man, transitioning to a woman and goes to compete with women's sports and competes with women and beats them because he's better at them physically because of his biological gender. I feel like that's unfair for the women. I feel like it does not give them a fair opportunity to, women compete against another woman. And so that's kind of a sensitive topic, but I agree with him on that sense where there should be better laws, not allowing just a transgender man saying he's a woman when biologically he's a man, to just enter a women's sport, or goes into a women's bathroom or anything like that. So that, I believe with that him as well. Feel free to argue with me or agree with me. A lot of things a lot of people say about Andrew White is that he ran for governor but lost in 2018 in the primary runoff. But I see that as a learning experience, and he learned from it. He's probably gonna have different ideas to change for it, so I don't see that as a bad thing. Another thing is, a lot of people say Texas is a majority Republican state. It's very hard for a Democrat to get in, but the way I see it is, Governor Abbott has been in the office for since 2015, for 10 years now. I feel like it now more than ever, Texas needs to change, and it could go either way, but I feel like change is better than just staying on the same thing and not really improving. I feel like in the last few years Texas has kind of went downhill in terms of a lot of things, but I would like to see what a change we're bringing. But please let me know what you guys think of my argument. Feel free to let me know if I'm right or wrong, or if you agree with me, and thank you so much for listening.